Hello everyone, this is Darren of GNB Productions, and today I'm going to bring you a GNB discussion. Jesus, I have not done one of these in a long time. And if you couldn't tell what it's going to be about by the green screen, the music, or the freaking title of the video, it's going to be based on the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, specifically the movie that's coming out literally this week. Now in this video I'm basically going to be going over from the point when the movie was announced all the way up to where we are right now, and some of the creative choices that I think they did pretty well and some of the stuff that I didn't like, and basically my overall thoughts before I actually go out and see the movie. Now, it was around 2013 or 2014 that a Sonic the Hedgehog movie was going to be going into production over at Sony. Now, when I first heard this, I was understandably scared. You know why I was scared, because video game movies tend to, suck. They tend to suck. And it was announced that the type of film it was going to be is a CGI live-action hybrid movie. Now, for those of you who don't know what a live-action CGI hybrid movie is, it's really akin to the Garfield movie, the Smurfs, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and those movies are, in my honest opinion, not that good. And later on down the line, production was moved over from Sony to Paramount Pictures, but the overall premise of it being a live-action CGI hybrid movie still remained, unfortunately. A while after that, some casting news was released, and it was revealed that the longtime enemy of Sonic, Dr. Eggman, or Robotnik in this case, will be played by none other than Jim Carrey. Now, some people started to raise a little concern because, have you seen Jim Carrey? The guy don't look like an egg. Now, those little concerns are understandable, but I'm sitting here like, we are literally in a point in time where not every single person has to meet the exact physicalities of the character that they're portraying. Colin Farrell was literally cast as Penguin in the new Matt Reeves Batman movie coming out, and he looks nothing like the Penguin, but from what I've heard, he's a pretty good actor, and I'm kind of interested to see where he's going to take the Penguin character in this new movie, because not counting Gotham, because that's a TV show, we have not had a live-action Batman since Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. And I was also excited because it has been a long time since we've seen Jim Carrey do his normal, goofy Jim Carrey shtick. And the character of Robotnik actually warrants Jim Carrey to actually act the way that he does. And some other casting news was released that showed Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic. I swear to God, that guy is planning to voice every blue character in existence. And James Marsden as Tom Wachowski, and Tika Sumpter as Tom's wife. And after that, it was just nothing but silence until one day when Paramount decided to release a motion poster that showed the silhouette of the Sonic design that they were going for. Because they said they wanted to take the Sonic design into a more realistic look. And I'm here like, one, he's a 3-foot blue anthropomorphic hedgehog that runs around at the speed of sound. How are you going to turn this and make it into a realistic looking thing? He doesn't even look like an actual hedgehog. I highly don't know how that would work. And they gave us the motion poster, and I'll just let you look at it. Oh my God.
What the freak is that? Oh my God. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's gross. What the fuck is that thing?
Now, I don't have my reaction recorded for when I actually saw this thing, so I'm just gonna give you a quick reenactment of what went down when I saw this thing.
Dad, can you give me a ride to the... Yeah! What is that thing? Ah, make it go away!
What's going on in here? Oh my God, is that a rat?
Why is he so muscular? Why is his head so big? Why does he have normal-looking human hands? Why is one of his eyes poking out? Does he have a realistic hedgehog face? What the freak? Okay, then a while after that, they started releasing promotional images that showed little cartoonish frames of what the Sonic design would look like, and he was still unbelievably muscular. And overall, when I first saw these, I was like, okay, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. Until in April of 2019, they released the first trailer. Oh boy.
Gotta go fast.
Now, there are so many things wrong with this trailer, and I feel like the biggest one is the fact that they picked Gangsta's Paradise for this trailer. Of all the songs you could have picked, not even Sonic songs, to pick for the first trailer for your upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog movie, you pick Gangsta's Paradise. I have so many questions on that decision, the biggest being why? And people saw this trailer and saw Jim Carrey, being Jim Carrey doing his normal thing, but some people made it seem like a negative that, oh, Eggman, like, dancing in his lair and stuff while making robots and just talking down to everyone around him because, like, he's so smart. But you guys do know that Eggman is that type of character, right? Eggman is a goofy character that would warrant Jim Carrey's goof-like talent and nature. Even from the cartoon show with Jaleel White voicing Sonic, he was a freaking joke. But in that very same year that cartoon was released, we got this version of Robotnik. And Robotnik, I feel, is that kind of character that has a certain balance to him, to the point where, oh, he's over the top and goofy and stuff, and oh, he's a legitimate threat. And I feel like, from what I've seen from the commercials, trailers, and TV spots, the movie is going to do a good job at handling both. And now, it's time to tackle the design for Sonic in this trailer. There are so many things wrong with this design. People complaining about the eyes, the weird human-like teeth, the oddly proportioned body, and those are all terrible. But I feel that the biggest sin that this design gave us were Sonic's shoes. Now, I'm aware that Sonic has had different shoes in some of the cartoons and the games, but my point is that this is Sonic's first theatrical debut for millions of audiences to see, and the one thing you couldn't get right were his shoes. You could have done anything with this design, anything you want, but the one thing that I expect from a Sonic movie is for you to at least get his shoes right. Sonic's shoes are arguably the most iconic thing about his design, and you couldn't even get that right. You couldn't even get the freaking shoes right! Okay, moving on from his shoes, all is forgiven. When it comes to this design, all is forgiven. And no, I'm not talking about them changing the design a couple months later due to the fan outrage, and yes, they actually did that. They listened to the fan outcry of how terrible this design was, pushed the release date from November to February on Valentine's Day for some weird reason in order to change the design. So yeah, it's not forgiven because they redid the design. I actually got inside information to whereas I know exactly what happened in the developing department that they for some reason gave us this awful design. Okay, so apparently a higher up in the production for this movie told someone to look up Sonic's design for the basis that they were going to make for the movie. But as they told someone to actually look up the design, they quickly realized how doomed we are as a species. Instead of typing the O in Sonic's name, they actually typed A for Sonic. They looked at the design for Sonic, they saw, oh, I guess this is what Sonic looks like nowadays, gave the design to the higher-ups, and everyone just started working on the design. All this because of one big mistake. And come on, Anyone could have made that mistake. We're making a freaking Sonic movie, for the love of God. But yeah, later on down the line, they obviously changed the design to look like this, and you can imagine that everyone, you know, felt way better about this design than that one. And of course, you probably already know that I love this design too. But this raises a bit of a question. Will the new design be enough to save this movie? If you were to ask me, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. But as of right now, I have low expectations for this movie. Guys, even with the new design, like, don't get me wrong, the new design looked cool. The trailer that came out for it was cool. But you guys are still forgetting that A, this is a video game movie, and those still do tend to be bad, and B, it's a live-action CGI hybrid movie. Those movies also tend to be bad. And people are always praising this design, like Sonic is so adorable, Jim Carrey's Robotnik looks fun, he's just, you know, doing his normal thing, and it's like, yeah, I agree with you on that. But don't forget what kind of movie this is. I'm not telling you not to be excited for this movie, because, like, you can. Like, you can get excited for this movie as much as you want. But me, personally, based on the live-action CGI hybrid movies that I've seen, and the video game movies that I've seen, I'm just gonna keep my expectations low. Now, recently there were some clips released. There were 3 clips released from the movie, and in all of those 3 clips, I thought that the writing was pretty good. Like, it was actually enjoyable, and it was really funny. But I had to quickly snap, like, back into reality, like, no. They probably just released the good clips. It's not going to compare to the entire movie, so just keep your expectations down there. Now, this isn't me completely dumping on the film saying that, oh, this movie was dead on arrival. I can't say that because I haven't watched it yet. And this also isn't me going, oh my god, the Sonic design is perfect, it's an automatic 10 out of 10! No. This is just me keeping myself prepared for whether this movie sucks or not. I'm not going to get overwhelmingly excited, because if it turns out to be bad, then I'm just going to be extremely disappointed. But if I keep my expectations low and it turns out bad, I'll just be... I freaking called it. And it's also a good thing that if I have my expectations low and if it's really good, then I'll be wrong. I'll be happy to be wrong about this. I want this movie to do good. Now, some people got to see the movie early and they already released some of their reviews. And from the ones that I've seen, some opinions on the movie are kind of mixed. Some people saying that, oh, this is actually a lot better than, you know, you'd expect. Like, I recommend it. Like, it's pretty good. And some people just think it's... And anyway, that's all what I really to say, because people were asking me, hey, are you excited to see the Sonic movie? And I'm like, like, I've seen some stuff that would, you know, like, excite me for the movie, but I have to remind myself to keep my expectations low, tucked in, give it some warm milk, and let it rest until the movie actually comes out. Anyway, if you disagree with anything that I've said in this video, let me know right down there in the comments below. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. This is Darion of GNB Productions. Take care.